Just like we all have the right to be peacefully standing here right now, talking about the things we love.
On rally again. I like those green bombers myself.
Become a reporter for Canada's culture, or Pod TV, and news clips, hot stories in timely fashion. Anytime you hear of a friend getting busted, call Pod TV. Tell them the whole story. We need everybody to know how many hundreds of people get arrested every day for cannabis.
Waste the money.
Face it. Things like things that are on the decline now, spousal abuse, child abuse, they're only on the decline because people came out of the closet and started admitting it. Once they started admitting it, those things started being dealt with in a proper fashion. Right now the police have the advantage. They got us all hiding in a closet. They're afraid, or they know that if you come out and start announcing that you smoke marijuana, no matter who you are, the more people that come out, the more people they have to deal with, and the more they realize that we're all doing it.
And it's a waste of time.
And they're going to easy rages. Yeah, let's talk about this gentleman here. How you doing? Do you mind?
Yeah.
Here's a gentleman who gets his door kicked in by Dauphin's finest to have his house raided for some simple possession of marijuana. Less than an ounce, I'm sure. I know, he told me. And what did they do? They locked him up all night, held him for the whole night for marijuana, even though people don't go to jail. What happens when he comes home? Everything in the guy's house is missing. Somebody robs him.
Yeah.
What did the RCMP say? Not our fault. We locked your door.
So where are the
How in the hell do you lock a door when you kick it in?
Yeah.
Radical Nazi police officers on this particular force that you're tired of own this detachment day and night until they're gone. Basically, tie up their phone calls and can't get back to average work until they get rid of the guy. This is totally illegal. We're allowed to phone the police station as often as we want. Correct,
This is Dauphin. It'll never happen.
Sergeant, what is it? Phone as many times as you can, as many of you as you can. Call in with your complaints. This way, the phone keeps ringing, but it's on a rotary system and they can't get to the calls. You know what happens? They get tired of that crap real quick. They stop busting people for marijuana so they get back to busting vandals. There's vandals in Dauphin, don't we? You can go up any street in Dauphin right now and half the windows busted by vandals. We have a police officer here trying to convince you that that's so they can get marijuana. I don't believe there's any money in vandalism these
for a
days.
month or two. Was identical.
Having this the other day. Look.
Sorry, they were busy chasing pot smokers.
Thank you. Pedophiles are so key.
They're much better than pot smokers.
I know.
Actually, let's get on that point. Let's not get on that point. Why are guys getting out 5 years for murder and guys are getting 14 years for cannabis?
Right. Bullshit.
Why are child molesters on the street and we're locked up? It's pretty easy.
Woo! Good one.
Number 7, the final one. Invent new mediums of communication and help spread the message of dignity all over this planet.
Yeah.
The more people who know our message, the more people can't hide behind the fact they don't know. This whole thing started by ill information called the reefer madness. It was a big trick on society back in the day when they didn't have very good modes of information.
An American concept.
Now, here we are. 80 years of oppression later, and we're all standing here wondering why we can't be smoking marijuana. I know some of you are, so I'm proud of you.
They can in Ontario.
Ontario, 100% legal. Are we all governed by the same government here in this country?
This is a federal kind, not provincial.
Here's another point. Canada is introducing this thing right now called decriminalization. I don't know if any of you really actually know what that is. Basically, decriminalization. This is a pretty, this is a terrible thing they're trying to pull over your eyes. I don't know really how to tell you how seriously silly it really is. This is a program that our government decided to come across with in a lighter aspect of marijuana, because everybody is screaming that marijuana should be legal and our government doesn't know what to do to cave the U.S. pressures. for the most part, and the RCMP who have no say. They say politically, but you hear police chiefs all over the country up on podiums talking up to the town about how they don't want to sustain.
John, speak up.
Anyway, the decriminalization myth basically is a program they're putting through to you, so that they're calling for lighter sentences for the simple possession of marijuana is what they're announcing, but what they're really doing is cracking down, you guys. I've said this several times. What you basically got yourself into is the police officers holding you out a carrot, or the government holding you out a carrot, waiting for you to reach for it. They're going to slam you upside the head with a 2x4. Because, let's face it, right now we have a better system than decriminalization. I mean, people are still getting charged, but let's face it, it's a little too much work for most police officers that take somebody down to the station to do some paperwork. So anyway, for the most time, most of these police officers probably aren't arresting or ticketing guys. But let's face it, anybody getting ticketed or arrested for marijuana in this day and age is decriminalization. Very, very bad thing. If it comes in front of you, vote against it. We want nothing less than full legalization. Regulate it. I'm not stating that we want to go into their police station and smoke marijuana. I'm not asking that we can go in their courthouses and smoke marijuana.
Provincial ban on smoking, don't you know?
Well, it's
Not helping.
Public buildings.
Not helping.
yeah, there you go. So I mean, we're not asking for a lot. We're asking for basically safety
Freedom.
smokers, which are getting very limited by tobacco smokers or
Same as alcohol.
drinkers.
Same as alcohol.
We want to be able to go home, smoke a joint, and watch TV. Is that what we're asking for? Yeah. Taking our door and taking our TV away. The decriminalization issue is really, when you read between the lines, is double sentences completely across the board. Even the fine, the life fine, is harder. Like I say, most guys aren't getting charged. A lot of guys are. But let's think about how many guys these guys are going to charge when it's really a stroke of a pen and you're on your way with a $400 fine. They're going to nail every one of you every time. And most people I know barely make $400.
He should be out already. He's gonna. Where is he? They'll keep him in overnight.
How long does it take to process it?
Yeah, it doesn't take long to process, although it did take them 28 hours to get Marc Emery out.
Yeah.
I guess he walks a little faster.
I swear to God.
Oh!
You're going to smoke one. Look at this.
Hey, we don't have any. Can you give us the rest?
Jeez. What a waste.
See you later.
Cars and stuff, they auction off the dope.
Yeah, look how violent he is. Look how violent that pot smoker was on his way out of here.
Try arresting a drunk.
Yeah. Listen to the girls who work at the bar.
I deal with them all the time. Drunks. People are drunks.
That's the funny thing, because when I phoned in about all these
Who's on overtime here?
they told me they just don't know what to do about it
Whose
because they
house is
only have
getting robbed
12
right now?
officers per shift and they don't
They're all
have time to go
protecting
after
us.
that.
I wonder how much vandalism's going on right now.
Why just stand around here and watch me talk to you?
How much vandalism's occurring right now?
Yeah,
in
how
all
much
time?
vandalism is occurring right now? Actually, the funny thing is, while I was detained by the RCMP and we were being led into the steel doors in a cop car here, not too long back, their radios were screaming like crazy because they had nobody to go answer a drunk driver call. You guys remember that? We do. Because it took 60 out of our store to carry sunglasses out. And 12 hours of tax dollars to do it.
I think everybody should be free to do whatever they want with any kind of chemical. I don't understand how a government can control what you put in your body if you do it responsibly or irresponsibly. Unfortunately, they get to see the worst cases of most cases, which have to be extremists that go too far sometimes to get a fix. Sometimes they don't even know what the hell it is. You know, I've seen it. I'm sure almost everybody has seen it if they're into any kind of drug trade in any way that they call so-called the black market of drugs, which is basically created by them. You know, I just think everybody is great. This is a great turnout. Unfortunately, Marc wasn't here. I was hoping to meet him. He's like one of my biggest icons I've ever known for the last 6 months. You know, he's like the next Bob Marley of 2003, in my opinion. No, this is just great, and I hope hopefully Regina, where I'm from, is going to have hopefully a good turnout or even a better turnout. It's a big city, a lot of potheads. I know I just opened a store and they're selling like crazy. So you know, as long as I can support it out here, hopefully some of you guys can come down there and support it there.
Yeah, I just want to ask, who gets to make the laws for what drugs are legal? Who gets to make the laws? It's not us. We should be able to decide, because we're the ones doing them.
Oh, what they have done to their people down there, we will have 2 million people in our prisons that smoke marijuana.
That's right.
It's not right. Prohibition never worked with the alcohol, and what doesn't work today, all it does is create higher prices so they can fund their dirty little wars. That's right. Yeah, I don't have it. I'll say 949 gets up. 949.
We'll see you guys again when Marc ever gets here, and there'll be a lot more fun this process. Have a nice day, guys. Thanks for coming.
Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful